Hi, my name is Katie Ketzler, and this is my art project for Art 101, my medieval art project. So this is actually the image that was my motivation. I actually copied this pretty much directly off of an image, but I went ahead and just did it so that way I would have something a little bit more realistic for me to look at. That way I kind of had an idea of my own take on the whole situation. So this is my example piece, which I did get from online. But I knew that if I did it this way, it would be a lot easier for me to create my own piece afterwards. So I went ahead and did that. You can see there's very sort of earth tones. There are a couple of, some purples and like reds, but it's more of like an earth tone red and like a sky bluish purple. So they're kind of really just neutral tones that we're using here. And you can see that the seawater is actually brown because they didn't use a lot of bright colors like blue for things like that. There are a couple little touches of blue throughout, but for the most part it's brown and a little bit, I guess, dull of colors, you would say. So that was my example piece. And then, so to find it, this is what I ended up creating as my own personal piece. For this one, after I had done the sample, I actually decided to add some more dark lines. As you can see, my boat is outlined with black dark lines. I did that because looking back then at the picture, I realized that the objects were a bit more defined than I had made them in my example of the example, I guess. So I actually went ahead and darkened the lines so that the art popped a little bit more, like it did in some of the other examples I had seen. I just kind of simplified what I had done in the first place, so instead of 3 boats, I just have one. The ocean I did, and it's still like a rustic brown color. I just kind of enlarged it so that you could kind of get a better idea of what it's all about. There's not as much going on in this one, so I kind of like the simplicity of it. It's just kind of the main idea right there. They had a lot of animals in their tapestries. So you see I have a horse, a bird. A bird was frequently used in a lot of the examples that I had looked at. Some religious things like a cross here, and then there's also one at the top right there. Even the men, these are Anglo-Saxons. They wore very kind of dull colored clothing, and they had animal heads on their boats because the animals kind of represented a lot of their artwork, it seems, as well. And so this is my example piece. Again, this is Anglo-Saxon motivated. So this is the Anglo-Saxon style for medieval tapestry. I hope you like it. Thank you.